Headline numbers often tell only half the story. BDO Unibank, the Philippines' largest bank, reported a net profit of 40.85 billion for the first half of 2026, barely changed from a year earlier. At first glance, it seems like a year of flat performance. Profits up just 0.3%, earnings per share inching forward by a single cent. But beneath this calm surface, the dynamics of value creation and distribution are anything but simple. BDO's net interest income, the heart of its banking business, rose by over 10%, reaching 108.51 billion. Even after setting aside more for credit losses, net interest income after provisions grew by more than 4.86 billion. Normally, such an increase would spark higher profits. This time, however, much of that expanded income was channeled outward, to salaries, service providers, and government taxes, rather than dropping directly to the bottom line. Operating expenses climbed nearly 7%, totaling 88.05 billion. Compensation and benefits increased by 3.47 billion. Payments for outsourced services like security and clerical staff rose by more than 18%, and taxes went up by nearly 1 billion. In conventional terms, these are costs, reducing what remains for shareholders. But viewed through a broader lens, they represent incomes, revenues, and funding for the wider economy. Each peso spent on wages supports employees and their families. Payments to contractors create jobs in industries like security and cleaning, sectors crucial to the formal economy. Taxes and license fees help fund public services and infrastructure, supporting community development well beyond the bank's walls. This isn't just a story of margin pressure or rising costs. It's a reminder that a company's performance can be measured not only by its profit, but by how its growth benefits all stakeholders. Under a stakeholder capitalism view, increased spending on compensation and services is not simply a deduction from value, it's a redistribution. BDO's ordinary expenses grew slower than its core banking income, showing underlying efficiency wasn't lost. The sharpest financial headwind came from higher provisions for credit losses, a prudent move in uncertain times. Investors certainly notice slower earnings growth, but employees, contractors, and the public sector see expanded benefits. BDO remains a highly profitable institution, paying out 12.14 billion in dividends and growing its balance sheet to 5.90 trillion. The bigger picture? Rather than hoarding gains solely for shareholders, the bank shared its expanded income across a network of workers, suppliers, and society. That's not philanthropy, it's business in the real economy, where every expense can be someone else's source of stability. Flat net income doesn't mean stagnation. It may signal a bank broadening its impact, distributing value, and supporting inclusive growth. Sometimes, true business success is found not just in the final profit line, but in the wider ripple effects of corporate activity.